The fisherman had just unbuttoned his pants to urinate into the sea when the sail behind him suddenly swung violently, hitting him squarely. Fortunately, his quick reflexes allowed him to grab the railing with both hands and stabilize himself. The boat was moving at high speed, and one wrong move would send him plunging into the ocean. In this critical moment, he twisted his body and managed to place his right foot on the deck, finally finding his balance, a close call. Unable to hold his bladder any longer, he returned to the cabin to relieve himself. Strangely, when he finished and prepared to leave, the door suddenly locked, refusing to open no matter how he twisted the handle. He was completely baffled. He hadn't locked the door, so why was he now trapped inside? He opened a storage cabinet looking for tools to open the door, but was horrified to discover 4 bloodstained marks inside. The fisherman turned pale with fear and quickly grabbed a pair of scissors nearby to try to remove the door lock. Just then, the radio outside suddenly broadcast a warning. A cargo ship was passing nearby, demanding he move out of the way immediately to avoid a collision. The fisherman hurriedly looked out the window and indeed saw a massive cargo ship not far away. He immediately tried to force the door open, but the lock remained unnaturally solid and immovable. As the two vessels were about to collide, he continued ramming the door with his body to no avail. He stretched his arm out the window, waving frantically, hoping to be noticed by the crew of the cargo ship, but all his cries for help fell on deaf ears. In desperation, he grabbed a rope outside the window, tied a tight knot, and threw it into the sea. As the rope slowly sank into the water, it accidentally tightened around him. He struggled fiercely to hold onto the rope, narrowly avoiding greater danger. Afterward, he used a long pole to hook the rope securing the sail and pulled with all his might, finally managing to furl the sail. Just as he breathed a sigh of relief, seawater suddenly flooded into the cabin. He tried again to break down the door, but it remained as if welded shut, completely immovable. He could only frantically scoop water out using a cup, only to discover dark clouds gathering over the sea. Eerily, the boat automatically changed direction, pointing straight toward the storm clouds as if controlled by some invisible force. Soon, lightning flashed and thunder roared as torrential rain poured down. The fisherman huddled in the gradually flooding cabin, slowly giving up his struggle. After the storm passed, he tried once more to break down the door, but suddenly noticed the lock underwater, revealing an unusual secret.